Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another 30 minutes of demonstration with Genome America. My name is Céline Ross, and I am an educator for Genome Canada. So, for sure, you couldn't see the project for today. You could read what I wrote, but you couldn't see the picture of the project because something went wrong, and I couldn't send the picture as a preview. But it's Father's Day, huh? Like we said yesterday, it's Father's Day this Sunday, and we are getting ready. Yeah, as the monthly theme is, it is done before dinner. Of course, if you want it, it's fast. It could be fast, but if you twist it and if you embellish it a little bit, well, it'll take a bit of time, but it's easy project. Okay, I will turn the camera. Okay, and here it is. So I'm not in my sewing school because they're doing some repairs in the building for a few weeks. Oh, yeah. So it'll be a bit of camping here. Okay. So I'm in my sewing room in my house. Okay. So this is, and I'm using the 15,000 in my house. I can't afford two CM17, one in the school and one here. One is enough. So I kept my 15,000 and I'm using my CM17 at the sewing school when I do the other live. Okay, so what is this? It's just, I just cut a long sleeve from a shirt. Okay, so if your husband, your uncle, your brothers, your friend, the thrift store, so you see, I cut the two sleeve, one to show you and one that is already done. So if you have a shirt that it's not up to date, it's an old one, not up to date anymore, not to fashion, if it's not if it doesn't fit, if it's not in style, well, cut the sleeve off. And you see, this is exactly what I did. Okay, how, no matter what, you need still to cut it as the right angle. You need the straight of the grain, the grain line. And where is it? Because the sleeve has an angle. Well, this is from the pressing. They always press the center. From the shoulder, they always press the center of the shirt. So this is going on my. This went on my. Uh, where you cut your fabric, the ruler carpet, and I just went on a straight line, and then at a 90-degree I cut off my sleeve. First thing I did here, I did the French seam. Okay, which means you sew on the right side, then you turn everything on the wrong side and you wrap the seam all at once and you sew it again. For sure, everybody knows about this. While this one here, hold on, if I can open it. While this here is, we have the new foot for this. Okay, so it's like a felt seam. Okay, so this is different. I can't do it on this side because it's already closed. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this one to show you what I did, and I'll show you a few things on the machine. Like I said, I'm using this 15,000, but it's Genome DNA, yeah, all our machine. So there's no problem if I show you something on this machine or on the other one. Let me just maybe move this a bit. Okay, I'll try not to hit anything. Okay, so what did I do first? First, you remove all the buttons. But you see, this one here, if there's two buttons, but why do we have this one here, this opening? So if the gentleman has a thin wrist, well, using this buttonhole. If this one has a, a bigger wrist, well, you're using the other button. I don't need this and I don't want this for what I'm doing. Maybe you can leave it there. You see, me, I had the black ribbon. Okay. This is a gros grain. And I want this to look a little bit classy. So this is black. So I changed the button for black. I made the buttonhole black and I top stitch everything black. So this is my taste. You do whatever you want, huh? If you have no time, you cut the sleeve and you make a bow and put the gift inside and happy birthday, yeah? Happy Father's Day. But if you have the time, you can personalize. See, I just remove one button. Okay. You have to remove them all. And why? Well, top stitching with a button in the way, it's not that easy, yeah. And first of all, it's not the right way to do it. So I remove, and this is manufacturer shirt, so everything falls apart really fast. And another thing, because we'll have to do the buttonholes in black, okay, or in another color. So you see, this is the manufacturer buttonhole, and there's a tack down here. You see the tacking here? I'm going to remove this. You have to remove this because we're going to redo buttonholes. Okay? So you cut the back, and to the front, you pull everything. See how easy it is? There's no need to redo the buttonhole, not to redo the buttonhole, to remove all the stitches from the buttonhole, just what it was thick here at the beginning and at the end. Okay, this is what I did for all the buttonholes. So I practice on the one who's behind, who's hidden. I practice there. Okay, and I did the same thing here. I removed my tack down. I removed all of this. And then to redo a buttonhole underneath, you have to redo it on top of. You see what I put behind? This is a sticky water soluble stabilizer to keep the lips of the buttonhole closed. Okay, so there's no need to add more interfacing because or stabilizer because it was already done. And because you leave this there, the zigzag stitch, because you leave it there, it's going to look nice. It's going to look nice. It's going to look full. Okay. And I'll do something different with the buttonhole. Okay. So first thing I did after I remove and clean everything, I did my top stitching exactly at the same place with black thread. So you see, all the way around. And maybe you'll say, Celine, oh, this is for next. I want to show you some things. I'm getting ready. So you see, there's two top stitching. Do you see them? One here and one there. I reproduce the same thing. It's just adding. It's just nice. Okay. So it was easy from the cuff. It's another story here. Whoops. It's another story here. So I did the one inside, no problem. Here it was a bit tricky to go all the way with the arrow, but I could achieve it. You go slow and you just make it. So I went straight down, do my arrow, and then here. If I wanted, I could do something else. I could put an X. There's no limit to what we can do, huh? So I did top stitching with black thread in the bobbin and my needle. Okay, no other change. Because I remove my buttons. Oh, let me show you. Because I remove my buttons and I put a black one, well, the size is not the same, huh? So I didn't want to use the automatic buttonhole. Well, I went too fast. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you something. Rewind, okay? So to achieve the nice top stitch all the way around, perfectly on top of the white one, the previous one, if you look at the if you look at the live yesterday, I used the open toe uh, to uh, to sew. Well, I move my needle. This is exactly what I did today. Okay, I did the top stitching with the closed toe today. To do different, but I could use the open toe. And a cuff from a shirt that you purchase is always cuff and collar very stiff because of the kind of interfacing they put in, okay, inside. So this is really stiff. So I had no problem at all. Didn't move. Here I had to just make sure I pull a bit my fabric. I didn't want it to wrinkle, to gather. I didn't want that. Okay. So this is what I did. Okay. With my F foot or F2, and I move my needle position. I kept the stitch length at 2.8 because this is where it was before. This is what they done. They don't do long stitch. Look how short they are because also it is round. Huh? Okay. So this is what I did. So first the bottom, then remove the buttons and the tack down of the buttonholes. So you have 3 buttonholes in this shirt anyway. 3 buttonholes, okay? So I said to myself, why they have 2 buttons? Of course, if it's like I said, a big wrist or a small wrist, but why 2 buttonholes? Oh, maybe they want to put cuff link. So they have to add I'm saying right, 2 buttons because we can make cuff link. We can, by sewing those 2 buttons with something loose in between, with thread loose in between. So that would make a homemade cuff link. Okay. So this is the purpose of the second buttonhole. You see, they're right perfect at the same place. Okay. And when this was done, I had to redo my buttonholes. Okay. And you know what? This is a gift. So you practice before. And I prepare something to practice. Okay. I'll remove the bottle. Okay. And I already prepared because many of you for sure are not used to, if I turn that buttonhole. One is totally automatic electronic, but the number 2, okay, is really different. That means I didn't put the button in my buttonhole foot. So what I did is here. So I had the previous buttonhole, which was shorter, because I add a bigger button. Okay, I had to make it longer, and I need to see where to start and where to stop with that new buttonhole. So when you program your buttonhole, you see I left a little bit of ease at each end. Okay, and you use the same fabric. So a buttonhole is, oh, this is for later. So a buttonhole is 3 layers, top fabric, bottom fabric, and the interfacing in the middle. And this is what I use here. So this is the same fabric. So I have my buttonhole foot. You know that Janome buttonhole, the machine goes to the back first with a zigzag, come back with a straight stitch, and go back with a zigzag to the back. Okay, this is the Janome way of doing things. Big. My point is, you need to sew the two sides of the buttonholes with the same. If it's reversed, it has to be reversed both sides, and if it's from you, it has to come both sides. There's a difference with the feed dogs with if you're going backward or forward. Big difference. You'll see the two sides of a buttonhole won't be even. Okay, so so first I open full length. Okay, I attach my foot. Okay, I make sure that my thread is going underneath in my thread holder. I choose my memorized buttonhole. I'm going to do the memory for that buttonhole, okay? And I'm going to position exactly here my needle exactly there. But I will need at each step to tell my machine when to stop, turn, return, go back, and lock down. Okay? So I'm positioning my sample, and I make sure that I'm at the right position. A little bit. Okay, I'm okay to go. I'm ready to go. And don't forget to pull the sensor. Okay? And I don't want to go that fast. Okay? Because I want to memorize that buttonhole. And how I do this? With the reverse button. So start. So the machine is doing a zigzag through the back. Okay. Okay, I reached the blue line. Oh, maybe a few more. Okay. Then I'm going to touch my reverse button. You know, the machine is coming back on a straight seam. Okay. When it arrives, start again. No, did I push it? Okay, go. Okay. Now memory, and the machine will go back as a zigzag. And when I reach the end, my blue line, I touch memory again. See what happened? You want to do the same buttonhole again or a different one? If you want to do the same buttonhole, see, I'll do it at the back. I touch nothing, it's already in memory. Let's say you have a thick buttonhole, a thick button, a button that has a tail or some kind, or exactly like today. Not the problem, but what we want to create. We want to sew a second buttonhole on top of the previous one, but you have to position. Okay, so this is the perfect buttonhole to use. Okay, so I will say now. So this is buttonhole number 2. All the electronic Janome machine has that function. Okay, so you see, exactly between my two lines by pressing the reverse button. And I'm asking a second buttonhole here just to make sure, because just to show you that it was already in memory. Of course, if I enlarge this, I can change the width in between, the width of the two sides, the stitches on the two sides, and the stitch length of the buttonhole if you want them more full or more dense, I should say. Okay. When this is finished, we have to sew a button. But this is different than yesterday. Yesterday was just to sew a button flat. But now I need a button with some kind of I need a space. Huh? I don't want my button so flat because I have to button and unbutton my. I cannot pull my. It's a real one. Huh? It's full, ready for Sunday. Okay, so I need to open it. So I need the same space as the fabric that's going underneath this button. So it'll be different than yesterday. So how do I do this? So simple. Okay, you need the sewing button. Okay, and we're going to attach it like yesterday, the the back first and then the front. Then thread in my thread holder. Okay, and now I have my button, four holes. Okay, I'm going to do it here. And I'm going to choose my buttonhole. If I have a real small buttonhole, okay, well, maybe I need narrow. You saw this yesterday. So I choose this here by minus, or if you need it wider, plus. I'm going to leave it at 3.5 to see. So as soon as I ask my machine that I want to make a buttonhole, my needle position is already on the left position. And I am putting my needle right into the center of one hole. The second one, I'm touching. Oops. I would like to do 3. I'm a bit afraid. Yeah, I'm okay. So, to be able to do like a tail, see what you do? I put a needle. See, it's a pin. It's a pin, not a needle. A pin, and I let go. Okay. Now I have two more holes in the front. I'm just going to move. I have to remove this one to be able to move the button. Put down. Try. Make sure I'm okay. Yeah. Okay. So because I put a needle, you'll see I cut my thread. Okay. Whoops. Here. So you'll see. You see? Okay. My threads. But look at the space now. You see, there's a space. So the space is enough to let the other side of the cuff to go underneath. If I sew a button very flat, I won't be able to tie any buttons. Okay, so just by inserting between, just above here, just above, between the metal and the blue plastic, just in between here, okay, so that will raise your thread. Very easy to, just a little something to add, to know. I'm putting back my F foot. Okay, so like I said, so you do your practice. I did my buttonhole, I sew my button, and I top stitch everything. I top stitch, whoops, I want it nice. I top stitch everything I could top stitch. And then, well, I would like to write something. Okay. Well, here it's French, huh? So I said, Happy Father's Day. Okay. Where do I take this? Okay. So on your sewing machine, if I do this a little bit, okay. So I'm coming into the house. I'm going to get my alphabet. And I do everything I want to do. Ta 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 ta. Happy birthday, the space, whatever. Okay. Which is not the case here. And then you save it into memory here. Okay. I'm going to put everything in the garbage because I did it. So I recall my design. Oh yeah, I want to tell you something. You see, if if I ask a small letter, your machine is 9 millimeter. These are 7 millimeter. Look at the difference. Okay. So this is I just want to show you. Okay. So I'm going to recall my design, which is on ordinary file. Huh? I just wrote Father's Day. And I'm going to start at the real beginning. I touched this, but I could touch this one here, right at the beginning. And I did my practice here. I tested. Now I'm going to undress my bottle of wine. Okay. And remove the button. Open the buttonhole. Remove the wine from France. Okay. And then I found the center of my cuff. I found the center of my sample. And I said, okay, you start here and it'll finish about here. Okay. And you never go that fast. If you have a sewing machine, free arm, remove and insert your cuff if you have. If you don't have this, you sew inside the sleeve. That means you turn that sleeve, if I can call this a sleeve, you turn it on the wrong side and you go and sew inside. Very easy. Okay. So foot down, make sure all my threads are perfect. And you don't go that fast, huh? It's going to help you to make the letters, to form them perfectly. And I'll just let go. I need nothing else because no more support, no more stabilizer, because the cuff already has inside, and you just help to twist. So see, sometimes it's helpful a free arm, but if you sew for kids, babies, this is too big. Okay. So, and you see here, the letters are going, it erased by itself. So I put all the letters capital, but the in between small. Almost done. One more letter. And of course, when all is finished, you know, a little bit of ironing. Yeah? Lock stitch, cut your thread, remove, cut the thread, and Janome machine locks every stitches in the middle. You can remove the stitches in the middle because all the letters are locked at the beginning and at the end. I need my tweezer and I need to be more comfortable. I'll try this scissors. So you see, you can separate them and they won't. So you see, I stopped. Oh, close. If I start a little bit before, I would be perfect here. Okay. So it's really personalized. And let me turn this. Just in case you don't have a free arm, when I say you sew inside, you see, you sew inside here. I turn it on the wrong side of the fabric and I just keep feeding inside. And then I make my corners, the two corners, to box it, to box the the sleeve because it was too big, at the end. And then turn it upside on the right side. Okay, make it nice. If you use some kind of marker, you use the eraser one, air eraser. And you see, this is my straight of grain. And you see, when I said I even top stitch in this underneath, black buttonhole, black button, just to add a little bit, just to add something. Okay, and then you make sure you tie it good. Whoops. Okay, and the bow tie on the smoking, and that's it. You have a gift wrap. If you want to do it faster than what I'm doing now, I like to show this because it looks like it's the front of a shirt. If you don't want to do so much, just cut the sleeve and make maybe just a little bit of writing and maybe change the color of the buttons, and that's it. But I'm just showing you many things just to give you idea and make you use your machine. So you see, ready to give away. So am I okay in time? Oh yeah, it's camping here. Okay, it's oh yeah, I'm 1 minute. Okay, so I'm turning the camera. Okay, here I am. Okay, so I'm saying hello to everybody. Good to see the 15,000. Yeah, hello, Janie. So Bernice, you're happy? I guess this is what you have, huh? 15,000. I have them all. I have 12,000. And even before, I still have my 10, my 8, and my 9. So I'm getting old, huh? I have them all. Okay, but Belle Boutonnière. Janie, good. So, Janie, I hope you're ready for Father's Day. Like yesterday and today, I give you a lot of hint. Carol, I don't know, Carol. Hello, Céline. So the way you write it, it looks like you speak French, Carol. Okay, this is cute. It's fun, huh? Thanks for the idea of putting the pin in to create a space. Yeah, a very clever idea. Love to see you. 15,000. Oh, good, good. Great idea. And we'll do for Christmas. Of course, you know what? People really love what we're making for them. You see my mess at the back, not this back. Oh la la, how can I hide it? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so I'm saying goodbye to everybody. And I wish you a nice time on Sunday celebrating Father's Day, everybody. I'll see you this Friday on the Janie. I have the S9, the 15,000, and the CM17. Janie, do you have a three with money in the tree? Wow, you're really a Janome fan. Good for you. Happy Father's Day, Marty. Glad you can see. I can see my mess. Well, you see mine now. Now you owe me. Okay. So it's Friday, I'm live in French, just in French. Next Friday, it'll be English and French for the Continental Club on the Fridays. So bye-bye, everybody. See you next week. I'm there twice next week. No, 3 times. Bye-bye.